10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Next time they shine your light in the sky, don't go to it. The bat is dead. Bury it. Consider this mercy.
Tell me. Do you bleed? You will.
So welcome to Classic Comic Talks on number 51. And we're talking about today, uh, Dune Part 2 and Rebel Moon uh, Part 2, The Scar Giver.
It's breathtaking. When you see sand here, imagine water. If you dive in, you can't reach the bottom.
You dive in.
Yes, it's called swimming.
I don't believe you.
In the shadows of Arrakis lie many secrets. But the darkest of them all may remain. The end of House Atreides.
Your father didn't believe in revenge.
What if Paul Atreides were still alive?
Have you ever had a dream about your first ride?
Don't try to impress anyone. You're brave, we all know that. Be simple. Be direct. Nothing fancy.
I understand. Nothing fancy.
You will never lose me, Paul Atreides.
We gave them something to hope for.
May thy knife chip and shatter.
So I just finished watching Dune Part 2. Technically, I watched this in 3 starts. I finished it uh, the third time. was it was good, but it was a sleepy sleep fest. Which I compared it to Matt Reeves' The Batman. Yep, sue me. Okay, so part 2 is directed and produced by Denis Villeneuve with screenplay with John Spaltz. It's the second of two-part adaptation of the 1965 novel Dune by Frank Herbert. Well, you know the story. It follows Paul Atreides as he unites the Fremen people of the desert power planet Arrakis to wage war against the House Harkonnen. It's I don't know. It started with the scene started with Florence Pugh and Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken talking something blah blah blah, and honestly, it was a sleep fest. Uh, the third time was a charm, and I finally got a hold of got my groove in watching this movie. The cast are Timothy Chalamet as Paul Atreides, the exiled Duke of House Atreides. Zendaya as Chani, is a young and rebellious Freeman warrior. Then there's Rebecca Ferguson as Lady Jessica. Josh Brolin as Gurney Halleck. Austin Butler as Fade. Rotha. Is this the guy who that Sting once played? Maybe. Florence Pugh as Princess Uralan. Dave Bautista as Beast Raban. Yeah, I like Dave's role here. Christopher Walken as Emperor Saddam IV. Leia Seydoux as Lady Margot Fenrir. So Soyala Yaqub as Shishakil, a free man warrior and Chan's friend. Stellan Skarsgård as Baron Vladimir Harkonnen. Charlotte Rampling as Reverend Mother Moham, and Javier Bardem as Stingar. Anna Taylor-Joy makes an uncredited cameo appearance as Alia Atreides, Paul's unborn sister, who appears in his vision. Well, the story itself is good, but I think they should have made it into a one movie, just like the ones in 1984, right? There's little worm appearance here. So I think that will come out in part 3, if ever. And Holy War is the theme of this movie. They use sort of foreign language to speak, and it's so for me, but I can't blame all those guys who liked it. It's a nice movie, and this is interesting. This is supposed to be the highest grossing film of 2024. Okay. Okay. But yeah, kind of let down. Well, maybe another rewatch will make it interesting for me. But as for now, it's I rate it as 6/10. Yep.
Their nightmares us fighting together to defend something we love.
You must know you cannot win.
Gather every hunting rifle, every knife, every round of ammunition in the village.
Impressive.
The time has come for all that you love. Show them no mercy.
You stand between us and annihilation.
Tell me what we're trying to achieve here.
The same thing as the last time we met. I kill you.
Now we discuss Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver. This is, of course, directed by Zack Snyder with a screenplay Zack co-wrote with Kurt Jostan and Shay Hatton. This is a direct sequel to Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire from December 2023. Honestly, this is all action. Yeah. I have not a boring moment. There's not a boring moment in this movie. So if that makes me a Snyder fan, then yes, I am a Zack Snyder fan. The premise of the movie is Korra and the surviving warriors return home where they announce to the villagers they will have to fight the mother world. It still has that Seven Samurai, the Magnificent Seven element on it, and it's still awesome in my book. The cast are Sofia Boutella as Korra, or Archelaus, the most wanted uh, person in the whole Imperium. Jimoon Hansu as General Titus, Ed Skiren as Atticus Noble, Michael Husman as Gunnar, Donna Bay as Nemesis, the Cyborg Swordmaster, Ray Fisher's cameo as Darren Bloodaxe, Anthony Hopkins is the voice of Jimmy, the last member of the race of Mechanical Knights. Dustin Satamer is the body double for Jimmy. Stas Nair as Tarak. Rafi as Regent Balisarius. This guy needs to appear more in Cleopatra Coleman as Devra Bloodaxe. Stuart Martin is Den. Ingvar Sigurdsson as Hagen. Alfonso Herrera as Cassius. This is Noble's team warrior. Carrie Oles as the king in the flashback. Rian Reese as the queen. Elise Duffy as Milius. Sky Young as Aris. Charlotte Maggie as Sam. Stella Grace Fitzgerald as the Princess Isa. So basically, they continued to their journey, their adventures in the moon of Velt. Korra thought that they killed Atticus Noble in part 1, but Nope. He was revived by Cassius and the scribes. We also saw uh, this the power source for the King's Gaze, the Kali. It's interdimensional beings that powers the mighty ships of the Imperium. We also saw the origin of some sort, background, you might say, for every other character from Korra to Tarak and the others. I like this movie a lot. It's to be blunt, it's not boring. The story, it's not that complicated, although as my friend Sin Havoc has said, lots of uh, lots of old world's overtones in making the story. The the pacing of the movie is very good. It's not forced actually. So yeah, Netflix has another hit on their hands, and this movie is the number one again, the number one film in over at Netflix for a few days since it's shown, and I hope it will continue to be number one all over the world again. And yet, Zach is really I'm static over Zack Snyder. The one his stuff is really good. I rate the film as 9/10. Yep, it's near perfect. But since we need room for improvement, well, that's the highest I can give it. And yep, that's it for this episode.
killing people?
They look alive to me.
Because I saved them.
Well, that's why I waited until you were there. I got the information I needed. No one died. I did it your way.
He does have a point.
I know it got lost in all the confusion, but we still have some issues to settle here. There are only heroes and there are villains.
You think yourself a hero, but you would let these criminals go free.
Heroes don't kill people.
Well, I do.